What's up everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing another speed build, but this time it's going to be a 2-story tiny home. So this one was really hard because it's very hard to make 2 stories a tiny home. And unlike regular tiny homes, when they have 2 stories, they have like this loft kind of thing. It's like an attic. So you'll have to climb up the ladder and you kind of have to crawl into your bed. But in The Sims 4, you obviously can't make a kind of attic second floor. You have to use your full walls. So I try to make it really tiny, but also deliver the 2-story homes. This was actually recommended in my last video. So if you haven't seen that video, it was another tiny home, but it was just 1 story. And I kind of made it look, well, it definitely looks a lot different from this one. So if you want to see that one, go ahead and check it out. There'll be a link for it in the description below. And towards the end of this video, it'll be linked, so you can just click it and then you can go ahead and see that video. So this one was really fun and challenging to make. Like I said, it was challenging because it's not easy to make 2 stories tiny home, but I think I did a pretty good job at it. This is it, guys. Like what you're looking at, what I'm looking at, what you guys are looking at, this is it. This is the size of the home. I managed to fit the kitchen, the dining area, and the living area, and a bathroom and a bedroom into it. I was not able to make it 2 bedrooms, which is what I was going for when I was making this. But I was not able to do that because of the stair placement, so I wasn't able to kind of fit 2 bedrooms into it. But it's still cute. It's a loft. It's good for 2 people to be in it. So unlike the last one, the bed was kind of against the wall in the last video, so really you can only have 1 person living in it, unless if you like move the bed around when you downloaded it. With this one, there's enough space for 2 people to kind of walk on both sides of the beds. So if you want to download this house, it'll be up in my gallery. My gallery info will be down in the description below. So yes, you have to do a little bit of reading if you want to figure out my gallery information. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's a lame username, but you know, I can't change it. So it'll be down in the gallery. It'll be down in the description, all my gallery information, and you can go ahead and download this house. I'll be doing 2 posts of this house in the gallery. It'll be the fully furnished, which is what you'll see in this build, and there'll be kind of like a starter home version of the home. So it'll just be like all of the basics, the basic needs in this house. So the cheapest refrigerator, the cheapest stove, the cheapest bed. That's kind of going to be the idea with this. And there won't be any decorations because I want it to be starter home cost, which I believe is like 20 grand. But I want to make it like 16 grand. I'm going to try and do because I would think that a lot of people who want to buy a tiny home would want some money left over for like other things. So I'm going to make it, try and delete it and replace the things so that it'll be able to only cost 16 grand. So you just saw me do the kitchen, and the kitchen has the shelvings, which I have in just about all of my builds because I love shelvings and I love to add a little clutter from the Show Hidden Objects sheet. If you don't know what that sheet is before, it's in just about all of my videos. That sheet basically allows you to use clutter that comes with the game that you can't use if you were just like going through your decoration stuff. So it's hidden objects. It's literally hidden objects. So you'll see me add some stuff in later. And I'll tell you when, and I'll tell you that those things, you might never seen them before. But believe it or not, they probably came with one of your expansion packs. They're not custom content. And I love it because when I download custom content, it'll literally become a disease for me, and I will have so much custom content in my game that it's ridiculous. My game will start to lag, and it might crash, and obviously I can't do that if I'm gonna be making more videos. here on out, because you know, I can't have the game crashing when I'm in the middle of making videos, so I'm trying to steer as far as away from custom content as possible. But some of my Sims, like the hairstyles and clothing, is custom content, but that's just about it. You won't see that in any of my builds. So now we're headed over to the living dining area, and I was debating if I wanted to put a TV in there, but I think adding like TVs defeats the whole entire purpose of tiny homes, because I feel like people with tiny homes are more like outdoorsies, they're more connected with the outside, and they do a lot of things outside, and they're really rarely inside. So I kind of just wanted it to be like a lounge kind of thing, so that if you move a Sims into a tiny home, they'll be able to leave the tiny home and go to things that you wouldn't normally go to if you were playing the game, like a bar or the lounge or a, what are they called? Like those relaxing places. Not the lounges, just like generic places, cafes. So I did opt to leave the TV out, but, oh, by the way, these are the show hidden objects stuff that I'm adding in here. So obviously you don't see it in your decorations, but if you type in that sheet, which by the way will be in the description below, if you want to figure out what that sheet is, it's in the description below. But anyways, if you want to get some clutter without using custom content, that's the way to go. Anyways, like I was saying, I opted out to using the TV for that reason, but of course, if you want to download the house, you can always add the TV. Also, if you download the house and you end up gutting the whole entire house and just leaving it as a shell, let me know, and tag me in it, or I don't know, reach me on Instagram under the Sims 4 hacks, and show me the pictures of it, and I'd be so happy to see what you guys made it out to be. Also, another comment that was in my other video was to make buildings that aren't houses, so like bars and museums and stuff like that, and I thought that was a super good idea. I've done bars and museums before, obviously, like I'm a builder, so I'm totally up for doing other things, but a lot of the times when it comes, I don't make that kind of stuff often. A lot of times I just build houses so that I can move Sims into it. So I don't really make bars and stuff like that too often. But if you guys want me to do that, let me know in the comments below what you want me to do. So if you want me to do a museum, let me know. And if you want me to do a cafe, let me know. And I will get on that maybe on the next build. Woo, okay, so now we're in the kitchen, and I'm adding decorations to the kitchen, and honestly, I think in all my builds, I feel like the kitchen is my most favorite part to decorate of the house, because I feel like there's just so much potential when it comes to kitchens, and I feel like a lot of personality goes into kitchens. Like, I feel like you can really tell the kind of person you are with a kitchen. I don't know if that makes sense, but I don't know. I feel like if I were to have a kitchen, it would just be so bright in colors and have a lot of dishes and clutter around and a lot of pictures and stuff, whereas other people may have like the most clean kitchen and there's nothing out on the countertop and whatnot. So I feel like kitchens are so fun to work with compared to like bathrooms or like living rooms or anything. So I'm adding some more decorations into the, I don't know. I mean, it's all open floor plan, so I'm just adding decorations right now. And that's where I was going to put the TV at originally, but like I said, I didn't want to have the TV, so I kind of just added some nice decorations going on there, and some plants, because we need plants. I need plants in all my builds because I love plants, so I have to have them in all of my builds. Also, I couldn't figure out what drapes to use in this house. I feel like The Sims don't really give you that many drape options when they like make these new expansion packs or anything. They usually only give like one new drape, and it's not the nicest. So I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and I didn't want to put the same kind of drape in all of my houses, which I ended up doing anyway. But it is what it is, so I just put those blue ones in, and I kind of liked it, but I just wish there was kind of like a drape where, I don't know, like a see-through drape kind of. I don't know if that makes sense. It doesn't really make sense, but I just wish there was more drape options. So now we're working in the bathroom. The bathroom is a bathroom, so I can't. You'll see me really fidgeting with this robe, and I was going to be creative and move the robe onto the, like turn it onto the, I don't know what that's called, like a pantry? That's not a pantry, like the cabinet. I was trying to turn the robe onto the cabinet, and it wasn't working out with me. What I would have to do is delete a wall and then move the robe onto the cabinet, but I didn't want to delete the wall because then I'd have to re-put everything back onto that wall, if that makes sense. So I didn't really want to go through all of that, so I kind of just left it. So the bathroom's kind of probably the most bland part of this home, but you know, I wasn't in the mood for doing a bathroom. Also, as you can see, the second floor is very awkward. It's a very awkward space. So I was trying to figure out a way to use this space, and ultimately I just put down like the basic needs and a little bit of decorating into it and called it a day, because there's really not that much room where I can really decorate it and really get it looking like the room of your dreams. So yeah, I just kind of just plopped things in there and added some more plants and some decorations. I also decided to knock out that window and put in a door because I thought, you know, it's a balcony, and why just have a balcony to look out at it? So I ended up putting a pot out there on the balcony for like a little plant, like maybe like a rose or something, you know? Maybe like a little flower, or those bonsai trees that Sims use. So this is decorating. I think it's very relaxing. So I don't know if I do this often with my builds, but I know that I love candles. So I think I use candles in a lot of my builds and just about all of my builds, and I just love candles. It just really like warms up the room. So I kind of wanted that to be the theme for this build. It's just, well, not the theme, but like for the bedroom at least, just have like a lot of candles. So I think that was it for the inside. Like I said, it's a really small area, so there's not that much to work with, but I really like how it came out. I decorated it nicely, and I kind of really love how it, I love how it came out. So I was trying to figure out what I should do for this pathway, because I didn't really want to put too much things in the front, and I didn't want to do the rock pathway. So I think I just lined it. I think that was it, where I just lined it with dirt and called it a day, and then I worked on the backyard. So you'll see me do that in just a jiffy right here. Just a jiffy. So yeah, I put this there, but then you'll see me, I noticed that the house next right there had kind of like this hedges going around it as like a fencing, and I was like, oh, that's a really cool idea. And I've done it before, but I never really thought about doing it with this house. And I was like, you know what, that's cool. Like, maybe these guys are permanent. I always think way outside of the box when I make builds. But I'm like, maybe these guys moved into this lot with their little car, and they're like, you know what, let's make this lot permanent. And so they kind of just made the lot permanent, and so they added the hedges and stuff, and they're not moving anytime soon. So I put the hedges in there, and I kind of made it very like family oriented kind of backyard. So we have a little bonfire thing, which came with the outdoor retreat stuff. And we added the hot tub, which came with the, I don't think it's called backyard stuff. I'm not sure. Yeah, but I kind of just wanted to be family, warm and cozy, you know, just something to like hang out in. Also, I remember what you had to do with these wheels in order to put like 2 wheels. You have to get rid of a wall so that the wheel can actually go down onto the ground. And like I said, I don't exactly feel like getting rid of a wall and then re-putting the stuff right back onto that wall. So I stuck with 1 wheel. It looks okay. It looks decent. It's not like all the other tiny builds with just like 1 wheel. Anyways, that's just about it with this build. We're going to be jumping into screenshots pretty soon. So I'll see you guys later. Follow me on Instagram under the Sims 4 hacks and download this in the gallery.